Hi again, this is Mark Bohlman with Kitzlar Real Estate and Whitetail Properties, and we are going to take a look at another premier property this morning. So come along. What I want you to see is we have a beautiful home that is on this property of nearly 100 acres. And for more information and to view that beautiful property, please visit the photo gallery on this house and this land, KitzlarRealEstate.com, WhitetailProperties.com, or LandWatch. We are going to take a tour of the property right now, so come with us. We are on our way to view this beautiful Waupaca County property, located very close to the Cloverleaf Lakes, just south of Shawano. As you can see, we got about a 5-acre field planted in corn. Very nice shooting station. The property is extremely well defined. Fence lines around the entire property, except the property line bordering the road. And what we have here, obviously, is we have a pond, great water source for deer and other wildlife. We're on the south side of the property. Okay, we had just come from that direction there. Okay, pine trees, water hole adjacent to the cornfield that we were talking about, and obviously you can see the timber to the west. Over 60,000 trees planted on this property. Yes, you heard me right, 60,000. A lot of attention has been given to the little details on the property. Not only are you going to see some great deer country, some well manicured and well placed stands, but we also have a lot of things for different types of wildlife. We got a lot of nesting houses for different birds and waterfowl on the property. So with that, we will continue. Property also consists of a very lengthy and well-defined, well-manicured trail system. As you can see, we're riding in the deer carrier, the Polaris Ranger. Another shooting station, and we will continue. Okay, we're continuing our tour of this property. As you can see on this section of the trail was just recently seeded. Great visual barriers on both sides of the trail. Strategically planted conifers. Looks like we got some white pine, and we have some Fraser fir, some balsam, maybe, no, probably Fraser fir and white pine. Beautiful barrier accessing the property along the southern fence line. As you can see, the property, as mentioned before, is well defined with a fence. And we will continue. All right, we're continuing our tour, and lo and behold, there's the whitetail. It's about mid-morning, 11 o'clock. Deer feeding out in the field. The current owners have been watching some very, very nice bucks from the house, coming out to the fields in the afternoon. The property has a very good history of producing some very, very high-end deer. A 14-point buck was harvested off the property last year in rifle season, and you also will be able to view some of the other deer that were harvested on the property when you go into the photo gallery. But this here is a 3-acre prairie grass plot, okay, that is surrounded by pine trees. And again, we are driving down a very well manicured access road, and again, here is the defined fence markers of the property. We will continue. Entering the hardwoods. Beautiful. Here is a little hardwood corner staging area before the deer obviously go out to the fields to feed. Stand in a big oak. Real nice edge. Good understory. Transition area here between hardwoods and some pines, a couple very large acorn-bearing oaks, and we will continue. So we're continuing our trip. Along the southern boundary, fence line well defined. Red pine stand off to our north. Stay with us. This part of the woods is under managed forest land closed. And is due to be evaluated in approximately 9 years, 8-9 years. Beautiful stand of red pine, also a lot of white pine. Tremendous amount of regrowth in here. This spring on the fields behind the house, there was up to 27 deer. The current owner feels that the residential population on the 100-acre property is somewhere between 16 and 20, which is a very healthy number of deer. As you can plainly see, it's extremely easy to get around on the property. These trails are wide enough to drive a vehicle down, or a four-wheeler, ATV, UTV. this is a, we are now moving north along the western property line, and this is an actual fire barrier that the current owner had built himself, and obviously serves dual purpose, fire barrier, and also a great trail around the property. So we will continue. Okay, we have just entered another quadrant of the property, and this is a pretty extensive food plot that is going to, well, it is projected to obviously be replanted this fall, according to the situation. We've got a shooting station up in front of us about 80-85 yards away, and we will be there momentarily. Okay, we have a shooting station located on the east side of this food plot, and this is where the big 14-pointer was harvested on the second day of Wisconsin's 2012 rifle season, gun season. Made a very happy hunter, and beautiful location, well maintained, well thought out as we continue our trip through the woods. Beautiful clover field, food plot, trail. Another food plot. There's a fox right there. Look at run across the field. Look at that. And I believe this is where that 14-pointer was filmed. One of them. Picture that you sent me. Next one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Another beautiful water hole. Perfectly secluded, right off of two food plots. What a great ambush spot for deer that are going to go out to feed in the afternoon. You know, and also a person forgets, when it comes rut time, those bucks don't necessarily have to eat, but they got to drink. And this would be a great midday place as well. Stay with us. Okay, again, one of the big food plots. Just on the other side there through that opening is a pond. Just to the west here is food plot. Another food plot. Extremely well thought out, well laid out, well manicured. Apple tree off the corner of the food plot. Absolutely beautiful.
Back in the house.
Coming through a little bottleneck area, another food plot here. Come on out to another food plot shooting station. Now we're going to head north. A lot of clover in the strip here. Looks great. A lot of edges. A lot of great deer holding cover. A very low pressure, low hunting pressure area. Probably why we've been so successful at consistently harvesting deer, consistently being able to see good deer. A lot of attention paid to detail, not only on how the the property is laid out, but also how it's accessed, how it's hunted. And to say that this kind of detail was placed in the design and layout of the home, the garage, the landscaping is an absolute understatement. Beautiful watering area. There are a total of six ponds on the property that are not only providing water for all the wildlife, but you know, good habitat for your ducks, other waterfowl in the area. Beautiful. Here's another great situation. We have another pond here, one of the 6. We have this berm. There's another berm just to the north, planted in trees as well. We have a shooting house, and we have a food plot, another food plot, beautifully planted in corn. Now this food plot is in the MFL program. This cannot be harvested for agricultural cash cropping, but it is planted every year in a food plot. And what's the greatest thing about this is, from the comforts of your own Four Seasons room or sunroom or living room, you can sit and watch the deer come out of the woods. Okay, walk across here. You're able to view, scout, watch, do everything from the comforts of the home without actually putting any undue stress on the deer. Fantastic.